Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome to a really fun and exciting video. So today we're going to be doing a reaction to the Sims 4 Werewolves game pack that literally just got announced. I'm recording this at like 5:30, so the premiere for the trailer just dropped at like 5 p.m. my time. And yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't like looked at, the trailer. I haven't watched it. I haven't looked at Twitter or anything like that. So it's all a total surprise to me. So I'm going to be watching this with you guys and we're going to be doing like a live reaction thing. So because I haven't watched any of it before, I've tried to avoid leaks and all of that stuff as well. So I know literally nothing about this pack. But after we watch the trailer, I'm going to go through it a little bit slower, see what we can see. We're going to talk about it a little bit, and I'm also going to be doing a little bit of a, not really deep dive, but I'm going to look up a couple of things that I've noticed. I know Sims Community has done a couple of different posts about this pack already, and they usually have a lot of like really accurate information. So I'm going to go ahead and look at that after we've watched the trailer and see if there's anything that I want to talk about in those articles or like in previously like leaked stuff. But yeah, we're going to be doing that, and I'll leave all of the like articles and stuff that I mentioned. I'll leave all of that down below. I'll also leave a link below to the official like trailer, because I'm going to be watching it with like copyright. I'm going to mute the trailer basically because the music in it is copywritten. So I don't want to get like a copyright strike. So I'm going to play like a random music, spooky music or whatever over the top of it. And if you want to see it with like the, I guess, like original soundtrack that it was meant to be with, then yeah, definitely go and check out the link down below. But yeah, let's jump on into this and see what all of the hype is about. Okay, so here we are on the trailer. We're going to play it and I'm going to see what, all of the hype is about. Okay. Definitely, it's oh, the world is so pretty. Okay, you definitely need to watch this with like the original music because the sound effects are oh my. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so she's like turning for the first time, I'm guessing. Okay. What the? Oh my. What the actual hell? That is. I'm. I'm tearing up from excitement right now. That has got to be one of the coolest trailers I've ever watched for The Sims. And if you follow me over on Instagram, you know that I'm a sucker for any kind of like shifter, fantasy shifter type thing. So, like werewolves or, any fantasy thing, I'm just like all for it. I don't usually play with occults, I do have to say that. I don't usually play with occults in the game, but I absolutely adore the vampires pack. So I don't usually play with occults, but I adore the vampires pack. I love the way they did vampires, giving them their own like dedicated pack and fleshing out all of the stuff, like having the skill tree, all of that stuff. They did vampires really, really well. And that's what I was hoping for with werewolves as well. If they ever gave us werewolves, I was hoping that it would be a separate pack, not like they did with mermaids and including it in island living, because mermaids are completely useless. So I was really hoping they would do it. I was really hoping they would give us a separate pack for werewolves, and they clearly came through, because obviously I don't know anything about the pack other than what I'm seeing trailer wise, but this, I'm losing it. Like, I'm actually losing it. This looks like such a cool pack, and I kind of want to say that it's going to top vampires for me. I kind of want to say that it's going to beat out vampires as my favorite occult in the game, because yeah, it's awesome. So let's go through this a little bit slower and see what we can spot, because obviously we have a new world. They have confirmed that we get a new world. I don't know what the world is called. It's moonlight something, obviously very like werewolfy. So yeah, we have a new world. Let me just mute this. But yeah, so we have a new world, a really, really pretty world, by the way. It's kind of giving me almost like Granite Falls vibes, kind of Granite Falls vibes. Now, this sequence is like, it's not what I was expecting when I played the trailer for the first time, and I really do recommend, if you haven't like done it already, go check out the original trailer, because the sound effects for this is definitely like, it's one of the best put together trailers I've ever seen, like ever. And the way they flip between these Sims being like normal Sims, and then flipping, like having that little glitch effect, and then showing them in their like werewolf forms, and it kind of looks like the whole town is, not the whole town obviously, probably, but like flipping through it like this, for example. So you can see all of the Sims and they have their werewolf forms. I like the fact that in their werewolf forms, they whether they have like a more feminine or masculine frame, it doesn't matter. They all get a little bit like bigger, which makes sense. I mean, you're a werewolf, so you would be a little bit like bigger and more muscular. I really like that, and I like the fact that they keep their clothes. So they keep on the clothes that they had as a human, which makes sense, if they're not going to shift completely into like actual four-legged wolves, then you would imagine that they would keep their clothes on, And I can't really remember how they did it in like The Sims 3. I can't really remember how werewolves worked in The Sims 3. I'm gonna have to look that up at some point, because I'm curious now. But I know in The Sims 2 it didn't really work like that. It was definitely way different. But yeah, so this kind of looks like a little, like, I don't know, like underground hideout. Maybe it's like the den, like the werewolf den. But yeah, so here we can see a bunch of different, like, let me just backtrack that a little bit, because I want to look at all of the build items. Okay, oh my word, can you not? Let me just slow this down really quickly, because apparently it's going too quickly for me to see. Okay, so half speed. Let's see. Okay, so new build items, because that's what I'm about here on the channel is the build items. So I love that mirror. First off, love the mirror. There's a bunch of very like, I don't know, like not yeah, kind of like run down, makeshift kind of things, which is really really cool. We don't have a lot of stuff in the game like that. We don't have a lot of like run down, kind of like the couch. So like run down, kind of looks like your sim picked it up, and just used it, picked it up from the side of the road and just ended up using it. But yeah, we have a lot of like very like, I don't know, not, I keep saying run down and I'm gonna like use that word so much in this, but I can't come up with a different word for that means the same thing right now. I don't know, my brain is just blanking on that. But yeah, so we have a really cool door. We have a lot of like scratches on the walls and stuff, which is cool, which would make sense. I love that little like, I don't know, firewood collecting thing, which that's so cool. We don't have enough stuff like that in the game. We have a couple of plants here in the back that kind of look like they're in a burlap, planted in a burlap sack, and like a little coffee tin type thing, which is cool. We don't have anything like that. I love the painting of Vlad in the background with like scratches on it. Kind of like they have the vampire, like, I guess, I don't know, vampire founder type thing, and like it's funny. It plays into the whole like vampires versus werewolf thing that like every media thing ever has played into. Also, I love this little like flower in the glass jar. It's giving me major Beauty and the Beasts with like the rose vibes, and that's not a rose, obviously. It kind of looks like a lily, but I'm gonna guess that it's something a little bit more to do with werewolves. But yeah, so we have a ton of different like couches. We have a couple of different beds as well. So that's a new bunk bed. That kind of looks like a toddler bed, I'm gonna guess. It looks a little bit small to be a regular bed, so I'm gonna guess it's a toddler bed. New desks, new chairs. Obviously a new dining table. I love this dining table. What the actual hell? That is a fish. That kind of looks like a wolf fish type thing. And I don't know if it's an actual fish that they've just placed on the dining table, or if it's like a stuffed animal or something. And then there's steaks, like raw steaks in a plate. So sorry for all of my like vegan and vegetarian friends, but I'm assuming that's a new dish because, werewolves and raw meat. It makes sense. And yeah, we have a couple, I think that's probably either a chair or it's either a chair or like a little end table, the two tires. We also have a new bassinet, and then obviously a bunch of yeah, sorry if you like heard me gasping right now. That is a telescope. A proper sized telescope. Yes. Okay, so yeah, buy the pack literally just for that. Just for that. Never mind the werewolves. You don't have to play with them if you don't like occults. Just telescope. That is going to be in every single build that I do. As soon as I get my hands on this pack on the 16th, I will be putting that telescope in every single build. We have the huge observatory tower thing in the base game, but I've been wanting a proper size telescope forever, and now it will be in every single build that I do. That's it. I can just end the video right there. But yeah, so what I was going to say is we have a bunch of wall decals before I got distracted by the telescope. But yeah, we have a bunch of wall decorations. This looks like a new flooring as well. I love how all of the flooring, like, I love how all of the build items are like, I keep wanting to say run down because I can't think of a different word. So yeah, run down. I'm gonna guess that all of these cracks and like scratches and stuff, because they're placed on like a regular base game flooring as well, I'm gonna guess that they're all like decorative things that you can place yourself. So that's really cool. But yes, we have that. We have this look as well. So this is a little bit more of like a gym type look, which is good. We have a couple of new workout equipment pieces. which is great. We have, yeah, just a bunch of tables, some barrels. This looks like some gear, like gear building clutter type things. Just a very, like, yeah, it definitely gives me the vibe of like a secret underground werewolf hideout. So that's really cool. We have, yeah, okay, so just a look at, I don't know, some clutter pieces, cool little wall clock as well. That's cool. So that's like a table lamp, I'm gonna guess, and it has a little bit of a like magical vibe to it, you know, with the floating and little like, yeah, it's giving me very like almost Glimmerbrook vibes with like magic, but then obviously with the occult as well. Okay, yeah, so she obviously just got turned. She's in their hideout. Yeah, so something else I missed when I watched this the first time. That's a moon cycle. Like an actual moon cycle. Like, I don't know if that's just cinematic things. Obviously, it could just be cinematics and just be for the trailer. And I don't know if it's like an actual in-game thing that's going to be happening in the game, but if it does, I mean, it would make sense, you know, having a full moon cycle, and that's how your Sims change, you know, they shift only like around the full moon. That would make sense, but I don't know if they would have gone that far with it. But yeah, obviously we have a bunch of Creator Sim assets, you know, new hairstyles. I love her hairstyle, by the way. It looks really, really cool. Also love the Converse. I love her shoes, like, so much. Okay, yeah, so just outside, she's changing, obviously. I love the way the werewolves look as well. So they don't look like, I don't want to say they don't look like werewolves, because obviously they look like werewolves. But they look not super creepy werewolves, I guess I should say. They don't look like super scary werewolves. They look very like still cartoony, definitely fitting with the Sims 4 style. So it definitely fits with the cool new guitar. But yeah, werewolf rock band, that just makes so much sense. But yeah, so it definitely fits still with the Sims 4's style. I love the way that they're like leaning against the wall. That's not something our Sims can do in the game. So like, they can't like pose like that. So I'm wondering if that's a new thing. I wonder if that's going to be a base game update, maybe? Like having your Sims actually pose in different poses, or like pose against certain items. That could be really cool. That could be like a really cool base game edition if they did something like that. But yeah, so this, like, I don't want to say it like on YouTube because it's a basically these werewolves are hot, and this is very much me, like my reader side speaking. But yes, yes, just I don't need to say more than that. Also, this is really funny. This is hilarious. Like going to the bathroom outside, that's just hilarious. Also, I love this werewolf. I love that. This is so cute. Like the whole outfit with the glasses and everything, and then just being like a big werewolf. That's so funny. Also, that's a toddler that's howling. So I don't know if toddlers, obviously a new onesie, but I don't know. Obviously with vampires, you can have vampire kids, but they won't show their powers until they're like teenagers. So I'm wondering if it's different for toddlers, if, you know, werewolf toddlers and kids actually have some sort of indication that they're like a werewolf. I mean, obviously they probably won't be shifting, because we didn't see any like shifted children or anything like that. But I'm guessing with like the howling, maybe, you know, that's something only werewolf, and it actually makes a sound. So like you can see it's supposed to do something. I wonder if that's just like something that, you know, any toddler can do, or if it's only like werewolf toddlers. And then they have a little like fight scene. They can dig, which is really cool. And then it kind of looks like this sim has dug themselves a hole and then they appear somewhere else. So like kind of like traveling underneath. Kind of like vampires can do with, you know, flying around like a bat, which is really cool. So yeah, they have obviously the fun colored eyes. I don't know if this is like, I think this is just like a sparring match type thing. I love the way that they actually left like claw marks in the ground when they fought, so that's really cool. So yeah, they're probably just like sparring. But also, this is something that I just noticed, but this sim, their like werewolf form has blue in their hair at the back, or like in their fur at the back, and this is actually the blue haired sim. So I wonder if that has anything to do with, you know, I wonder if their actual hair colors, like this werewolf's fur definitely matches her hair color, and then this one matches, you know, that sim's hair color, kind of. So I wonder if that's how they decide, you know, what color your sim werewolf's fur is gonna be, you know, based on their hair color. And then these two are like playing tug of war, obviously, as you do. We have the really cool, like, rocker looking werewolf, which is fun. This is like, I don't know, is this, yeah, it's just a bar. Yeah, so I don't know, how did they do this? Like, obviously this is probably like just in the world, I'm gonna guess that this isn't an actual like editable lot, and it's just like a shell type thing in the world that, you know, your sims can access. You know, this is a regular bar, and then this is just like a decorative piece that's placed over it, if that makes sense. I'm gonna guess because, yeah, it's obviously not something that they built. This is obviously just some like one decorative big piece. So I wonder if that will be in like debug, maybe, so we can build with it ourselves if we wanted to. But yeah, so they're running. So I'm gonna guess that they can actually like form packs. It kind of looks like they can form like werewolf packs, which is so cool. I don't know if that's going to be an in-game feature, or if it's just like groups or whatever, or if this is all just cinematics made for the trailer, which I really hope it isn't. I hope it's an actual thing. And yeah, so they went into the woods for what? Yeah, like this is obviously the new world, very pretty. So yeah, we have the alpha. And yeah, so we have, okay, so they went into the woods. They came out of a little like cave type thing on like a mountain, like cliffside type, and then yeah, a lot of howling as you do. So yeah, this is really cool. So obviously I'm going to assume there's some sort of secret entrance somewhere in the world that leads you to that. Maybe it's something that only werewolves can access, which would be cool. So yeah, so that's the trailer. That's our little run through of the trailer, and this has gone on so long already. But yeah, so June 16th, that's 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. So yeah, it's not so far away. I mean, I was expecting it to be a little bit further away, but yeah, you know, I'm really, really happy it's not that far away. So yeah, we have that, and yeah, so okay, so they have a little like quiz type thing that you can check out. I'm gonna go ahead and look and see if I can find any other information that I missed that obviously wasn't in the trailer, but that, you know, basically I'm gonna go and do a deep dive on Sims community and see if I can find something. If I do, I will be back, and yeah, if I do, I'll be back. Okay, so I did find a couple of fun things that we're gonna take a really, really quick look at. But okay, so I found obviously the like just key features, information, assets, all of that fun stuff. So it says, I'll leave all of these articles and stuff linked down below as well, just in case you guys want to go ahead and check it out for yourself, because I'm not going to read the whole thing. But so the key features of the pack says I can't read. Life on the wild side. What big teeth you'll have. Transform into a werewolf and embrace or fight your animalistic nature. Beyond rocking a fearsome werewolf form, Sims will have unique temperaments and abilities. Okay, that sounds really cool. Kind of like vampires, but also a little bit different. Be affected by the phases of the moon. Yes. Yay. I'm so happy that's going to be a thing. and experience wolf-specific life events. So yeah, it definitely sounds like they did a proper job with werewolves and like fleshed them out properly, which is great. Alpha or lone wolf. Craft your werewolf identity. Were you bitten or were you born into a werewolf family? However it happened, you'll have to decide what kind of wolf you want to be. Find a pack to prowl the night with, meet your fated mate atop Howling Point, or shun all that and try to make it as a lone wolf. I cannot express how excited I am about this. This makes me so excited. It makes it sound like there's going to be a difference between being bitten or like being born into a werewolf family. You know, you can like join a pack, which is really cool. It sounds like that anyway. And then the whole fated mate thing is, I'm so excited right now. I want to say so much. I want to say so many things that I can't say on YouTube right now. Oh, that I'm so excited about that. Okay, and then it says Lycanthropy Lore. There's a lot to learn about werewolves and their origins. Unravel werewolf, vampire, and spellcaster lore as you read books, discover secret tunnels, grow your collection, and interact with denizens of Moonwood Mill. So Moonwood Mill obviously is the new world, but we already have like vampire lore that came with a vampire pack, which is like a whole skill. So I'm gonna assume like werewolf lore is going to be the same thing. But then also they said spellcaster lore, and as far as I'm aware, there's no like spellcaster lore in the game, like at all, apart from the 3 like separate disciplines that you can learn. So that's new. Okay, yeah, so that's that. We have obviously like the renders and all of that stuff. We have this really cool render that's, I guess, like the pack front as well, which is great. We also have a couple of different screenshots. So yeah, we have just showing off the different werewolves. We can definitely see a couple of new like creator sim assets. Here's a couple more of the creator sim assets. So this is really cool. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. But basically we have like basically you can see the werewolves in creator sim, which is really cool. I was kind of wondering if we were able to do that, so kind of like with vampires and their dark forms. So I'm gonna guess this is the same thing, so you can see your Sims's werewolf form and hopefully change it up. That would be cool. And yeah, looking at this, I'm gonna open it really big, but looking at that, I don't know if you can see what I'm on about, but this werewolf looks like they've been painted. And I mean painted in the sense of like, you know, the way you can paint cats and dogs with, you know, the cats and dogs pack. You can paint their fur. This kind of looks like the same thing. So I'm wondering if you can customize it that much in the new pack. You know, if you can actually customize your Sims's werewolf forms the same way you can customize your cats and dogs. That would be so cool. I mean, this werewolf has makeup on. Like, it literally looks like they're wearing makeup, which I'm going to assume has been painted on, like, with, you know, that tool rather than actually having them wear makeup. Which is, I mean, look at this one. It's so cool. This werewolf kind of reminds me of a Doberman, just, you know, the fur color, which is really funny. And yeah, so they have, like, not fangs, but, you know, their teeth. Really cool nose ring as well, by the way. That definitely looks new. So yeah, so that's the werewolf forms. We also have, what am I doing? Why am I zoomed in? So yeah, we have that. We have the werewolf forms. We have just little like action shots of the sim changing. Some of them like fighting or whatever. And then a cute little like werewolf family picture. So I'm gonna assume maybe like the kids and little toddler and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's really, really cool. So yeah, those are all of like the key features and stuff. And then another thing that I literally just saw on Twitter, and I came to check it out because we're getting body hair in The Sims 4, which is another thing that we've been asking for so long, and we're getting it in a future update. So because, you know, we're getting werewolves, furry, whatever, everyone was asking about body hair. They said it will be coming. Frost announced it, so it's an actual, I will leave this link down below as well. Frost announced it. It says, "Hey Simmers, we are working on body hair that will be coming to the base game in a future update." What am I doing? And we'll share more once we're ready. So yeah, people were asking about that, and it will be coming in a future update. And the Sims, like the official Sims Twitter account, also tweeted that our werewolves are covered in fur, but we can assure you that things will get hairy in the base game sooner than you think. So what that means to me is, you know, we're getting body hair for like normal Sims, but it won't be with this pack, so it won't be like with the update just before this pack. It will be sometime after that, I'm gonna assume, but it will be sooner than we think. So yes, I keep looking to my left because that's where my other monitor is. But yeah, so that's everything about this pack that I wanted to cover. I think I'll leave all of like the links down below to the official trailer, to, you know, these articles that we looked at as well, and all of that stuff. So definitely go ahead and check that out. And also, yeah, I think that was everything. Also, I just want to say, if you guys heard my dog barking in the background during any part of this video, then sorry about that. It's like it's like 6 p.m, not am. It's 6 p.m, and this time of night he just goes crazy because there's cars and all of that stuff driving around outside, all of that, everything like that. But yeah, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun to record. I hope you enjoyed seeing my very real reactions to this pack, because yeah, this pack is one that I'm very excited for. Even if I've overhyped it a little bit in my head, I still think it's going to end up being my favorite occult pack in The Sims 4, because just the look of it and the way that they make it sound with, like, you know, the moon phases and the lore and having packs and all of that stuff, it sounds like something that I will be completely obsessed with. So definitely count on seeing a couple of overviews for this pack once it comes out, and maybe even like gameplay overviews and all of that stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and remember to turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. I'll probably also have like early access videos for this pack going out sometime before release. I'll be getting early access because I'm a game changer, EA game changer, or like EA Creator Network. I never know what we're supposed to call ourselves these days. But yeah, I'm part of the Creator Network, so I'll be getting early access for this pack probably, and I'll do a couple of videos on it before the pack actually releases. So yeah, that'll be fun. Definitely keep your eyes out for that if it's something that you're interested in seeing. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry it was such a long video. But I'll see you guys on my very next one. Bye guys.